Hey guys, Ryan here from Indy Wrestling School, and today we're taking you on a behind-the-scenes tour of my last pro wrestling show. Coming up. Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video. If you're new here, please consider subscribing below. We put out new videos every single Thursday. So when I say my last show, I don't mean my last show ever. I mean my most recent show. So this is basically a behind the scenes. I carried a camera with me and I just kind of took some shots whenever I remember to record. So I just kind of want to walk everybody through what it's like to be a booker or a promoter on the day of a show. I know a lot of people have requested that I do another one of these, so I've been trying to. It's just time sort of gets away from me sometimes on these shows. We are doing a lot. It's not just this show. We're actually hosting pre-tapes for another show, so it's a little hectic on the day of, so I try to record as much as I can, but you'll see it's pretty sporadic, but we can kind of go through what a typical day in the life of a wrestling promoter looks like. Okay, so we'll typically all meet up at a restaurant beforehand. We have a couple different restaurants that we go to. This particular day we were going to Pizza Hut, and you can see we are waiting outside of Pizza Hut because they, for whatever reason, didn't have their doors open for when they said they were going to. But don't worry, I hounded the hell out of them and they finally opened the door. So for whatever reason in New Jersey, some restaurants are still not allowing indoor dining even though they could, so we were just eating outside of the truck there like animals. So when I first get there, the first thing I do is set up my audio and video equipment. I like to try to get that out of the way as quick as possible. We were still waiting on a couple people to get there as far as for ring setup and stuff like that. You can see we're now in the process of putting the ring together. We usually wait till everybody gets there, so it's kind of all hands on deck, get it up as quick as possible. You can see this is just 15 minutes later, the whole ring is pretty much set up. And then unfortunately, this venue has got some electrical issues, so it's a pain. You gotta run wires all over the place to kind of meet your needs as to what you're trying to do. So I was just taking some footage of some of the guys that are working out in the ring and planning out their matches and stuff like that. And you can see typically when the guys get there, that's one of the first things they do. They like to get that out of the way. And then when the ring's completely set up, a lot of them will get inside the ring and kind of try to map out, their plan for the day and what they're expecting to do, and kind of walk you through exactly or walk each other through exactly what the match will look like. And this is our commentary table. You see I have a couple different forms of audio. There's a couple headsets there. There's a backup, and then there's a backup mic, and then there's a mic that's attached to the computer as well, because I like to have a lot of fail-safes in place. You lose commentary audio for a show. I mean, that can ruin a show, so I usually have multiple backups in case, one of those don't work out. And then this is just right before the show started. You can kind of see the calm before the storm. At this point, all the chairs are out. They're just kind of tagging them and trying to socially distance by party all those different chairs and stuff like that. Trying to keep everybody as safe as possible because, times are still a little weird right now. So we're doing some final adjustments on the cameras there. Checking out, make sure our secondary room where we do the photographer stuff is all situated. And we're pretty much ready to go at this point. It looks like, we're probably about, I would say, 10-15 minutes before we open the doors. You can see everybody's kind of finishing, getting ready, final match preparation, stuff like that. And now, last couple of people are arriving. People are arriving to the building to see the show, and that's pretty much it. Then now there's nothing left to do except for execute the show that you've been planning for months and months. So this was a fun show. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed kind of taking a walk through the day and what it's like. So if you like this video, please beat the shit out of the like button, and we'll see you next week for 3 Minute Thursday, even though it's never 3 minutes. This is unrelated. This is just a bonus behind the scenes thing. So we had done this, everybody calls it a rib in wrestling, it's just a joke. We were just messing with my one friend, Chris Rockwell. We kept taking his stuff off his merchandise table and moving it, and telling him that this other guy, Mike Law, was doing that. So we kept doing it. We did it over and over, and I kind of filmed some of the footage of us moving it and his reactions to how annoyed he was getting at Mike Law over this. So we continued this for like a half hour, to the point where he was getting real mad until he ultimately figured out it wasn't Mike Law doing it, it was us. So I just put that on here just so anybody who's curious what we spend our time doing on these shows looks like. It's exactly that. Did you get kicked out of your table again?
No.
Why is your shit on the floor? Again. I can't believe you got punked. By Mike Law, of all people.
Hey, Rockwell. Hold my pocket.
Yeah, right?
Oh, wow. Wow. I'm sorry. Trying to scare me straight. Hold my pocket.
Seriously, did you give him the table for real?
Yeah. Well, no, we're split.
Well, how come you're on the floor again?
My stuff is right there. And Sam will be next to me.
Oh, so I was just out there.
So you get a hand.
But it's not.
Sure.
Nope. Not there. Floor.
All purple, bud. Here, what the fuck, man? Get out of my way.
She's gonna rat me out because she saw me do it.
My watermelon, bro.